Humility is simultaneously the beautiful fragrance of a mature soul. It's also a virtue you can cultivate that resolves the spiritual problem of pride. And furthermore, it's a gate that can usher you into the celestial state of grace that takes you beyond the paradigm of separation altogether. Yet we tend to have a pretty superficial understanding of what humility really is. So let's be clear. True humility doesn't necessarily ask you to give away all your possessions and live a life of austerity. It doesn't ask you to bat away compliments. It doesn't ask you not to enjoy the satisfaction that comes when we apply ourselves, give our best, and do something well. But it does invite you to challenge the primary presumption that most of the time we're operating out of, and that is that you're a separate someone who's the one doing everything. Of course, that's the perspective of ego, and that's the way it often seems, but it's not the deepest truth. To enter deeper spiritual waters, what's asked of us is the humility that really represents beginner's mind, which is really about letting go of everything, really, letting go of all our presumptions, even the presumptions of who we've taken ourselves to be, what we've taken others to be, what we've presumed the world is, God is, all of our spiritual concepts. Well, I know that that's a big challenge and that it's super vulnerable, but it's also profoundly beautiful too, because it's in that willingness to open up that much that we come to see that we really exist because of something so much greater than we can even name or fathom. That ultimately everything exists by grace, as a manifestation of grace. And when you feel that, you encounter that, humility arises very naturally. So humility helps you to empty out of anything that's stale, anything that's conditioned, any of your presumptions. Humility helps you recognize it's not only okay that you might not know even who you are, let alone the way forward, that place of not knowing and entering freshly is not a problem, not a source for shame or humiliation. It's actually a requirement if you want to become more spiritually receptive. So as you settle into this not knowing place, you become receptive, you become soft, you become intimate with the mystery that has known you and loved you all the days of your life. It helps you come with wholly empty hands unto God. So let's just take a moment and first just take a moment to consider some situation in your life where, in all honesty, you don't know the way. So just hold that in your mind and your heart and take a breath. And instead of presuming you should know or pressuring yourself to try to figure it out, see if you can just open and soften and allow that experience of not knowing without presuming that's a problem. See if you can open, soften into the not knowing space itself. You might find it's surprisingly peaceful, quiet, soft. You might notice in this, there's an emptiness that isn't deficient, but there's just an absence of flapping around, an absence of ego. It's a good place to hang out for a while. But we can go even further. So let us consider what it is that birthed you into existence. How did it happen that you came to be here? What birthed you out of your mother's womb? What causes you to love the people that you love? What brought you to the spiritual path, and how did that really happen? Who made that happen? Who brought forth the books and the teachings and those synchronous moments that opened up an important new way forward for you? As you contemplate the most significant things in your life, you will surely recognize that that didn't come from your ego. It came from somewhere mysterious and deeper, some loving intelligence that is mysterious in its nature, that has been guiding everything and everyone all this time. Something that opens our wings, that makes hurt and boredom disappear, that fills the cup in front of us, says Rumi. So let us, in our hearts, just bow in recognition and in reverence to the mystery itself, and give ourselves back to the source of our being. And in so doing, be brought back into right relationship with ourselves, with everyone, with life.